Okay, so welcome, Drastic Gaming. We're here with some Dead by Daylight, and you know, since playing Legion or even just straight out, you know, using Discordance more, I have been noticing a common trend. And people have been discussing, debating the whole depipping problem, when in reality that's not nearly as game breaking as gen tapping. And I know people are gonna bitch, oh, it's just gen tapping, it's not really beneficial, but yes, it is. Gen tapping basically makes perks like Ruin completely useless. Even the little bit of use that it could happen to have before it gets destroyed because somebody spawns on it or there's a generator right next to the Ruin totem. It makes it completely useless, and I can guaranteeing. And the sad thing is I see a lot of YouTubers, the big-time YouTubers in this game, supposed fog whisperers, and just big influential YouTubers that do this shit to bypass the skill checks. And it's not just Ruin, it's all the time. And this has been very, very prevalent. At least once, if not multiple times in a game when I play as Legion, do I see people tapping the gens. And Discordance exposes that to the killer. But you know, if we were to quit the game, that would be completely unacceptable. Yeah, everybody's been talking about, like I said, been talking about the fucking depipping and all this shit and how bad it is for the community. But exploiting things like gen tapping and like sitting, and I'm not talking about hit a gen, run away to waste the killer's time. I'm talking about sitting there tapping the gen when you know that there's going to be a skill check popping up soon. Letting go right before or right as you hear the sound of the skill check. Now I have a couple ideas to counter this. One of them being that the skill check doesn't get bypassed. You stop, and the skill check happens anyway. Right when it was supposed to happen. If you stop to bypass the skill check, it doesn't progress much further, if at all. And then you get to do the skill check anyway. Right after that. Not leave it so that half the fucking bar, or 3/4 of the bar, goes up because they dodged the skill check doing that. Now, these skill check sound cues are ridiculous because it's not even close to being when the skill check happens. So it's just ridiculous. Things like hitbox exploiting hitboxes. It's not just because of the internet. I just want to let you know that. Everybody knows that the survivors have a smaller hitbox compared to the fucking killers. Hence is why they hug and pretty much stick their fucking half their body through a wall when they're looping shit. Because of the fact that their hitboxes are even smaller, and then when you have an object in the way, it collides with the object hitbox, and you 9 times out of 10 will miss somebody hugging the wall of the killer shack trying to just trying to dodge you. It's just, it's really getting kind of tiring to see these exploits and game mechanics happening, and nobody's doing anything about it. Really, the devs aren't doing shit about it. Gen tapping is the most bullshit thing that needs to be fixed. Like, they could fix it, like I said, to where the gen starts again. It automatically triggers the skill check that it would have triggered. Or, if you leave before the skill check happens from the generator, or let go of the generator, before the skill check happens, after the sound cue, it's considered a missed skill check, and the generator explodes. Just something seriously needs to be done about this shit. It's getting so fucking bad that any preventative methods that you have, Thanatophobia is really the only thing, because it doesn't cause like skill checks or anything. What it does is it slows down the progression regardless. Things like Doctor with overcharge and shit like that. Well, not so much overcharge because that's an instant. So either way, you miss it or not. But Ruin, you can dodge the skill checks on Ruin, which not only keeps them from missing it, but it also keeps them from hitting the good skill checks, which causes the regression in the generator. This is why Ruin seems not to even be helpful in the least bit. And I've been noticing this is happening a lot when I play as Legion, because you see when multiple people are on the generator, and you can tell because it just keeps giving the notification of when they let go and get on it, let go and get on it. So it's kind of ridiculous at, you know, and nobody wants to address this because the majority base player is a survivor. Nobody will say anything, so this will end up not getting fixed. So when are we gonna start addressing what really fucking matters? The core game mechanics need to be fixed. Depipping, whatever. Disconnecting, for the depip, I don't agree with. You know, maybe if they didn't depip you 2 pips for disconnecting and make it take longer to do it by disconnection, which would cause them to cause the threshold to be reached quicker for those who disconnect for depipping purposes and deranking. They will reach, it'll be pretty much twice as much time spent deranking that way than what it would be. Yeah, instead of depipping twice and losing 2 pips per disconnect, people who aren't doing it to derank and they're just rage quitting will still lose a pip. But people who are doing it to derank won't derank as fast. And that means the more that they have to do it, the closer they get to their threshold for the ban. But that's not really the discussion here. What's really game breaking is the gen tapping, dodging the skill checks It should not be able to happen, because no matter what they do to stop gen rushing, people aren't caring about discordance. They will jump 3 people on, and at least 1 or 2 of them will be dodging skill checks. Like in my last game I had. And it's so easy to tell that it's happening running discordance. And if anybody wants to argue the fact, please do it after trying using discordance regularly in like maybe 3 to 4 matches in a row. Use discordance and see how often it actually happens. This is why we're still getting gen rushed. These are the 3 people on a generator, and they're fucking taking turns dodging the skill check. So my solution to this could be, when you let go of it to dodge the skill check after hearing the cue, as soon as the cue goes off, if you back out of it to stop, and if you don't go through with the skill check like normal, when the actual skill check pops up, you lose regression. The generator pops. And or when you do dodge it, within seconds after starting again, you don't get much progression before the next skill check. This will stop people from gen tapping like that. Like I said, I don't mean just tapping the gen or 99%ing a gen or anything like that. I'm talking about those people that are dodging skill checks and letting go and working on it, letting go, working on it, letting go, and shit like that. This will keep them from being able to do the gen rushing by dodging skill checks. Yes, okay. Gen tapping is not beneficial because they lose their stack of repair points. But people don't care about that. They just care about winning and escaping. If people really gave a shit about points, then they wouldn't sit there and rush the gens. They're just trying to get in a game, out of the game as soon as possible, stack up their blood points, and then move on and level up that way. You can easily get good 10,000 blood points running around and working out 3 gens just by yourself, 2 to 3 gens. And minus the fact if you get chased or whatnot, you get more. And if you're using blood point offerings or perks. So I think something needs to be done about this. Yeah, it's tiring to see this shit happen constantly. It really is. I don't know how people can play a no blink burst, nurse burst. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy to me, the concept of not being able to use the blink as slow as she is. More power to them if they can even get anything done really with it. But okay, let's see, what add-ons do I have now? It really, to me, is a game-breaking thing. I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, do you believe that gen tapping is considered exploit of game mechanics? I really think that the gen tapping could be something prevented. It could have been something done about it long ago. And it really is a game-breaking thing to do when you're sitting there with multiple people on a generator and they're not ever missing a skill check. And it's not because they're good at doing skill checks, it's because they're cheating the system. I'm hoping in this match, I'm gonna show you. Because it's usually always the one way on the outside of the range of where the furthest generators away from everything happening that this happens. And you'll see with discordance, and probably at least once somebody's gonna jump off it and jump on it, jump off it, and it's just, it nullifies things like ruin. It nullifies things like unnerving, Huntress's lullaby. Watch, here we go. Yeah. There goes the gen tapping. To dodge that fucking ruin. Wow, that lag right there. So nobody's visible right now, right? Tell me that these guys are not tapping gens right now. See, the thing is they're not jumping on gens together. The hell are you doing? Fuck. Did not realize that this was right there. That lag. Wow. Dude, why would you just hang out in the same spot that you were just fucking hooked at? Seriously, why not leave? Oh, he's tunneling. No, she just fucking hung out in the dumbest spot. Tapping gens. Dumbass didn't think I heard him. That's funny. She went down in the basement. Shadow. Wow. Love the lag. Not letting me open them. What the fuck is... Oh. So immersive. fucking hook right next to me, huh? No, it's fucking rank 8 and with a rank 15. That's why I'm dealing with him. Should not be fucking being put in matches with these guys. Anything over 10 should not be happening. Another exploitable game mechanic that is breaking this game. And does it matter? No. Devs won't do shit. Devs won't do a fucking thing about it. Yeah. Not dealing with the object of obsession in T-Strike. Whenever I see a Laurie Strode, especially when they're prestiged, I assume that they're in the survivor friends and there's going to be object of obsession. I won't deal with that. And another game-breaking mechanic is the ability to allow people third-party communication, aka PS4 party chat, to play as survivors. And easily do it just like fucking Identity 5 does. Give like 4 or 5 callouts, and that's your communication. If you need to communicate in a game verbally and have that kind of an advantage over the killer, then you don't need to be playing the game. Yes, I play Survivor Friends. That's just mainly to talk, because I don't play other games with these people otherwise. But the thing is it's game breaking. Regardless if I use it or not, it is game breaking the ability to, when you already have the advantage of 4v1, you really should not have communication. It should not be allowed. It's not. It's bullshit, is what it is. It's such a fucking huge advantage. Let's see what. I got some points. In my opinion, it's always going to have Franklin's, because if you got an item-heavy fucking team, it's always good to have Franklin's on any of on all your killers, pretty much. So yeah, let's have this discussion, and you know, jump in the community. We can have a discussion there too. What are some game-breaking mechanics that you would like to see changed? Me, myself, personally, object of obsession. They need to fucking fix that, make a counter for it, other than tunneling the object, or the obsession, I mean. So my message of the day, if you want to go join the PlayStation community, play with Drastic Gaming, and we can have this discussion. What are some game-breaking mechanics you would like to see changed? Leave a message, let's have a discussion. For me, tapping gens to avoid skill checks is one of the biggest broken aspect of this game. Okay, sure that happened. What? Whatever. Look at her lag. Look at her legs. She's skipping like she's got permanent fucking dead hard. So yeah, my two biggest things is the matchmaking, which I highly doubt they're going to do anything because they want people to play with their friends. And the the gen capping, something needs to be done. And remember, guys, if you want to check out some cool artwork, DeviantArt, she said that her DeviantArt's been kind of dead for a while, but she's got some good stuff. Some of the pics that I use for thumbnails every now and then are from her DeviantArt. But her Facebook, and look her up on Facebook, look her up on DeviantArt. Anna Kitsune, it's spelled ANNAKITSUN3. Like I said, a couple of videos ago, I used a Meg thumbnail and an Ace thumbnail. Those are her artwork. I really like her art style and her drawings. She's got a YouTube channel too, so go check her out. I will go through my emails for my notifications, and I will give a shout out to as many people as I can find that have subscribed and have notified me. It would be nice to get a lobby with halfway decent connections. So my main purpose for this this stream was to maybe get some people's input on what they think are game-breaking mechanics that need to be fixed. Matchmaking, exploiting matchmaking. Exploit matchmaking by using PlayStation communities to find people who are lower level, just so that they can get in low ranked games. And definitely the gen tapping. The gen tapping's more of an issue to me than what this D-ranking and D-pipping shit is. I don't give a fuck about the D-ranking. Like I said, the one thing that they can do to fix that is don't D-pip twice. If they disconnect a D-rank, just let them D-pip one pip. They're gonna have to go to D-rank by disconnection. They're gonna have to go through a hell of a lot more disconnects, which is gonna raise their awareness of that person doing it for D-pipping, for D-ranking purposes, to smurf and whatnot. In my opinion, I really don't care, because either way, I'm going to have to get used to these people that are better than I am, one way or another. I was D-ranking just because I don't feel my skills, my skill is where I should be, and we'll let it take its natural course. But the thing that I don't like is how toxic people are when people are leveling up and ranking up ridiculously fast due to the stupid bullshit of this game. Where's my totem? You know, killers rank up a lot faster because they get 4 people to chase around and multitude of things to do. That somebody was working on this but didn't notice the totem. So. Tell me that was fucking exhaustion perk lag both times. Just disappeared, huh? This is one reason why I don't give a shit about D-ranking due to disconnects, because the fact that I'm expected to sit here in this laggy ass lobby right now. Look at this lag, dude. Just look at the fucking lag. I'm supposed to be okay with staying in this fucking lobby right now and dealing with it, right? I can't disconnect because this is not fun and I'm losing add-ons and shit. And unfortunately, this is a very common thing on PS4. Trying to get in the graphics. You see this? Trying to get in the graphics right now. They're lagging so bad they're fucking running into things. basement, huh? So yeah, drop a like if you liked the video. My gameplay ain't the best, I will admit, but if it was fun to watch, drop a like, subscribe, you know, the whole routine, the little bell notification shit. And if you guys want, join the PSN community, play with Drastic Gaming. I put it up on the message of the day. I would love to have conversations like this. Maybe our community can be a good community in this game amongst all the toxic shit communities that they have out there right now. You know, let's make a difference. I've been watching these streams where people are complaining about D-ranking and D-pipping. Solution: only D-pip once if you disconnect it. If you're disconnecting the D-rank, it won't. For one, it'll help maintain ranking when they do good as survivor or killer. But two, if they disconnect the D rank, they're only getting 1 pip instead of 2 like it normally is. Which means that they have to double the amount of pipping that D-ranking and disconnecting that they do, which is going to put them on the radar quicker. And, you know, they're going to have to double the amount of D-ranking, double amount of the disconnections, and, you know, and that way too, we need to realize, you know, like the game I just had, the connections are shit. They need to fucking hurry up with the dedicated servers is really what they need to do. But besides that, the servers are shit. Yeah. People accidentally DCing compared to, you know, if you're having an accidental disconnect, it should not. They need to make it so that it can register whether it's internet going out or if it's somebody just quitting game. So yeah, it's just, my biggest thing is gen tapping. Gen tapping needs to be fucking fixed. I have a solution. Make it so that if you miss a skill check, even at the queue, you lose progression. Maybe not the explosion, but you're gonna lose progression on the generators each time that it's done. Like I said, maybe to balance it out, maybe not make the generator explode because you're not actually missing the skill check, but still lose some progression on it for them doing it. I don't mean right off the first time. They need to obviously put some coding in where it's gonna count the amounts of times per side of the generator within a certain amount of seconds between each other. They can do it, and if they don't, it's just an excuse. It's the reason they don't, it's just an excuse. You know, it's stupid as shit. So join, play with Drastic Gaming, PlayStation community. Let's have a conversation about it, and maybe I can start screenshotting some of the conversations and the discussions that we can have as a community and make this game better. But I don't care, whichever side. We can have a respectful and decent conversation about the game, its mechanics that need to be fixed, especially on console. We need a community on console to start speaking up on what we need as console players in this game. So until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.